Welcome to the Hotwire Fision app training video. In this video, we're going to go over My Fision. We're going to do this on an Android, but most of the screens and user interface will look the same or similar on an iOS Apple device. So let's get started. Here's where we get access to our three main TV features. The first one you'll notice is our Fision Go link. This is a link to the actual Fision Go streaming app. If the Fision Go streaming app is already installed on the device, when I tap this, it's going to simply take me right over to the application here, and then I can start using the app. I can see whatever recordings I have, what's in the guide, etc. But this video is not about the Hotwire Fision Go streaming app, so I'm going to go back over to the Hotwire Fision app now. Now, if the app is not installed and I tapped on this, it's going to take the user to the App Store, where I can download and install the Fision Go app. So basically, this is a link to our Fision Go app. Now, the second area here is Fision TV. This is where the customer can manage their set-top box in their home. So let's tap on that to take a look. Alright, the first thing you'll see is that this customer has a DVR because I can see the DVR space at the bottom. I can also see the past recording, schedule recording, and series recordings. I can see what box is selected from here. I can also view the guide that has a recording scheduled. Here you can see the channel lineup and look at the remote control. Now, if this customer doesn't have a DVR, then this would be hidden. You wouldn't see any past recording, schedule recordings, or series. Here also, this word add recording would disappear. What you would be left with is the box selected, the view guide, the channel lineup, and the remote control. So let's take a quick peek. With your box selected, you'll see that this account has a living room set-top box. So if I tap on remote control here, it's going to allow me to come in and control the set-top box right from within the app. You'll notice from the remote control there's also an option at the bottom. You can quickly switch from one remote control to the other without leaving that page, so I can jump between my set-top boxes. What's important to remember is that not all customers' set-top boxes will be ready to go like this. They have to make sure that they pair their set-top box with our back-end system so that the mobile app remote control will work. Let me jump to another account so I can show you what that would look like to you. Alright, I've jumped over to another one of our test accounts, and you'll notice here we've got our HR Lobby Office selected. And if I tap on the remote control, you'll see here it's going to tell me that device pairing is required. The way to do that is by following the instructions on the help screen. So if I tap Help to pair the device, it's going to bring up a help article for my FAQ. And it's going to tell the user the steps that they need to walk through on their set-top box remote control to set this up. Once they follow those instructions, they can come back to tap on the remote control, and then they will see that the device is paired, and that will allow them to continue to use the remote control through the app. So that's pretty important if they want to use the remote control. Now I'm going to switch back to our other account. Okay, and we're back on our other account. Now if I go to the guide view here, I can see the guide. I can scroll through the guide and scroll up or down or left and right. And it's going to take me to the programming at the end of the day. Now this is just the base version of our guide, and we don't have all of the wonderful functions and features that are going to be included in subsequent versions just yet. But this is a great starting point. I can tap on the date here at the top left, bringing up a calendar so that I can jump forward to say the next day. Now I can see the programs in the guide, and you can see here I have a series recording that I can tap on. You'll see that I can cancel the series here if I wanted to, and also the program information. I can go back, and if I want to add a recording for a DVR customer, I would tap, say, on Family Guy. I would tap Record, and then I would tap this episode only. Here I can set up any settings, and then I would hit Add Recording, and it'll tell me that it was scheduled. However, if there had been 5 other shows scheduled at that same time, it would have told me there was a conflict, and I would not have been able to set the recording until I cleared out that conflict. One of the shortcomings of this feature is when we scroll, it only does 50 channels at a time, and then it loads the next 50. We're going to be working to improve this in subsequent versions. We're also going to be working to add a feature to search for programs. We don't have that just yet, and to be able to jump to a particular channel in the guide, that's also in our roadmap, and that will be coming out in a future version. So let's go back to the main Fision TV page and continue down our list of features. Here you'll see the channel lineup that's available on your account. Notice I have some options to filter out channels at the top. You can filter by Digital HD and Replay TV. This is going to remove any channels that don't apply and only show me the ones that have Replay TV or HD TV. For now, this is a simple listing of the channels I have in my package, or that are included in my bulk. Eventually, we will add and make this a little more interactive so that they can tune to the channel and have a few other options to play around with. So let's go back. We saw the remote control, so now let's take a look at past recordings. Past recordings is very similar to what we might see on the set-top box, but in a mobile format. I can sort by date or by title up here at the top. Currently, we have a show recording set, American Dad. If I go ahead and tap on it, I can see that it's a series recording, and there are already 14 recorded. There are also 20 future recordings scheduled here. If I wanted to cancel the series on my set-top box, I would click Cancel here, and that will cancel the series. That means that all these scheduled recordings will disappear, and the number will change to 0. If I wanted to erase the recordings on this tab, then I can choose to erase. And after confirming, it will erase all 14 recordings of the show. Once you've made these selections, the changes will be reflected on the set-top box. And on the Settings tab, of course, it will let you change any settings related to the series recording. If I go back to the main tab, we can next look at the scheduled recordings. Here under Scheduled Recordings is everything that is currently scheduled to be recorded. You can see here I have one that's going to be scheduled to be recorded at 8 p.m. and I also have others that are going to be recorded tomorrow and the next day. Currently, this only shows the user up to 200 scheduled recordings at a time. While the set-top box has up to 350, you're only going to see the 200 most recently available. This is a limitation that we'll be working to change in a future version. The last thing we're going to be looking at here is the series of recording, and this gives you access to each series and what we have a recording for. If I tap the series, it takes us to the series recording page, where I can see what's recorded and scheduled. And that's the Fision TV tab. But before we move on, we should take a look at the bullet up here. This bullet icon is a quick link area. So in other words, I could be on, say, the Account tab, and if I want to quickly go to my remote control or go to my Fision Go, I have this bullet menu up here. Just tap on it and click on Remote Control, and it's going to bring up the remote control. Or if I tap on it and select DVR, it's going to take me straight to my Fision TV DVR page. So let's go back now and take a look at the final feature of this tab, and that's the TV Everywhere list. Now this is a list of all of the apps we have available that the customer can use their Hotwire username and password to access their content. So as a customer, I can tap on ABC here, and it's going to take me to the App Store. And it's going to find the ABC app if the app is not already installed. The App Store will say Get if the app is already installed. If it needs an update, it'll show me a button to say Update. And if it's already been updated, it will simply say Open. When I tap on it, it's going to take me into the ABC app, which is a completely separate app from the Hotwire app. And of course, I can use my Hotwire username and password to log into this app so that I can watch their shows or live stream using my TV provider account. Now let's jump back into the Hotwire app again, and you'll see here we have a long list of all the apps that are available to our customers. I could search for, say, HBO under the HBO app, and so on. This is a great way for customers to get access to all the various apps that they can use their Hotwire username and password for.